Welcome back to the 207 Kitchen at our main studios. With us today, Chef Jose Ochoa from Natalie's Restaurant at the Camden Harbor Inn in Camden. What are you going to make for us today, Jose?
So today we have a branzino over white beans and escarole sauce with a Spanish chorizo to include the Spanish flair into that not so Spanish dish.
All right, lots of good things happening. We've already got some chorizo that has started here. What did you do with this?
So we're just rendering the chorizo, get the flavors out, get the fat out. The oil is going. That's going to enhance the flavor of the dish. And once that's done, we're going to add some of the onions, sweat it, as well with some garlic.
Okay.
Just going to do a quick sweat on those, and then start braising the escarole in a minute. So we're just going to give it a quick stir. So that's going. You can see the onions are red now. They're taking on that chorizo flavor and fat in the oils. It's going to take one more second. And then we're going to add our already chopped escarole. It's about half a head from the supermarket. Just, guys, we're going to...
It looks like a lot, but that's going to cook down, right?
It's going to cook down to nothing. Going to mix it in. Then we have some white wine that we're going to put in to help the braising going. I always like to add chili flakes early so all the flavors come out, and it adds a little bit of heat to the dish, and it helps with the smokiness from the chorizo as well. We'll add a pinch of salt. That will also help break down the escarole faster. Going to mix it, and I think we can add the beans and start the simmering.
Okay.
So it's pretty much like a bean stew or a casserole.
Yeah, this is not fancy cuisine. This is just really hearty comfort food.
It is comfort food. It's what I like to eat on my days off. And we just try to make it taste better.
Yes, it's really superbly prepared comfort food. That's the difference between your comfort food and my comfort food.
Yes. So then we're going to add the stock just to barely cover the ingredients.
Okay.
And then we just let it simmer, forget about it. So we had one branzino, we broke it down. It's going to be filet, and then I'm just going to cut it in half so it's easier to sear. And then we'll season lightly. While that's going, we'll get our branzino going. I like this go heavier on the skin. It helps draw the moisture out and then makes it crispier. A little bit of olive oil, and then we'll just put our branzino down. I always like to press it down so there's no air bubbles and the whole skin will be crispy whole. If you don't do this, sometimes you get that air pocket where the middle of the skin is soggy, and then the edges are always not as crispy. And then just to finish and add color, it helps enhance the color. We add a little bit of butter. It just goes in there, kind of swirl it around just so.
And this will cook pretty fast because it's a thin fillet.
It's a thin fish, correct. So while this is cooking, we'll give that a quick stir. And it's doing its thing. I mean,
that looks like something I'd be very happy eating just on its own.
Yes, traditionally that was sometimes our meal. Sometimes it was the side.
Yeah. Give me that and a big chunk of bread. I'd be pretty happy, I think.
Yes. You'll see that there's a little bit of broth on the plate, so you can always dip bread into it, which makes it really good. We also made some salsa verde that we're going to finish the sauce with right before plating. We're going to add it to that once it's ready to add a little bit of herbaceous flavor and brightness and freshness.
Sure.
It's pretty much cooked already.
All right.
Start plating.
Why don't we do that?
Yeah. So we have the already plate dish. And there we go. You get a little bit of the herbs on the garnish. You have a little bit of broth for that bread, and then the crispy branzino skin.
It's a really nice looking dish. The recipe is, of course, on our app and our website. Go to newscentermaine.com, then go to the 207 section. You'll find the recipe for this dish. You'll also find more information on Natalie's Restaurant at the Camden Harbor Inn, where Jose is the executive chef.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for coming in, Jose. Appreciate it. Stick around. Back with more after this.